NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Indiana Pacers. Indiana begins the game with the basketball. To Turner. To Brogdon. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Curling inside. Miles Turner with the block. Finish that. Josh Richardson pins it. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. To Turner. It was right there. Rose into the front court. Down 2. Derrick Rose missed his first. That one goes.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's Indiana basketball. To Turner. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Rose into the front court. Down just a couple. To Richardson. Nothing going here on that drive. And the 2 for Blake Griffin. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Andre Drummond tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Drummond. Short jumper off the mark. Nothing going here on that drive. Brogdon. Andre Drummond rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Great dish to set it up. Derrick Rose slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
To Brogdon. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Brogdon. To Turner. Andre Drummond. Huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Kennard to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Indiana with the basketball. Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Add 2 points to the board.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner. Another chance. Richardson sets him up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Turner. Missed a wide open look. Kennard, knocked loose. Pacers have it. Brogdon. Here comes the screen. To Turner. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Derrick Rose trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Pacers with the possession. To Brogdon. Pass stolen by Detroit. Can't connect.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Brogdon. Turner to Brogdon. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound pulled in by the Pistons. Kennard to Drummond. Miles Turner sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Brogdon.
Mismatch.
Warren, defended by Derrick Rose. Drives, but a shot won't go down. To Luke Kennard. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
For 3, not easy.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't.
It's Detroit's ball. Curling inside. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Turner. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Rose into the front court. Up 6. To Drummond. Miles Turner able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Get over.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. Now 4 for 9.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Jackson to Rose. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Pacers control. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. To Jackson. To Drummond. And stuffs it home. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oh, you've got to get that one to go. Rose into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Cashes in for 2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Turner. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Pacers, number 43, Caris LeVert. Stepping in for the Detroit Pistons, number 27.
And fails to hit them both. It's the first, misses the second. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And look out. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
And count the basket inside.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Jackson to Jackson. Shot from the lane won't go. It's Indiana basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I just hear my high school is still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 26, Jeremy Lamb.
To Turner around the perimeter. Beyond the arc for three. And knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
This is a game of ways as a defense. The case all the time moving forward.
So you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Reggie Jackson, not that time. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Baseline drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Josh Jackson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. And he misses that one free throw. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Stuffs it down with authority.
The assist from.
And the finish, slam dunk.
4-2.
Long key from three-quarters court. The first quarter's complete with the Pacers in the lead. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Pistons ball here. Has a chance. Calderon, not that time. Josh Jackson snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Count it.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Jackson with it. Minute gone by in this second quarter. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
On the pass, stolen by Indiana.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Richardson. On the Pacers come away with the steal. And a putback slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Jackson with it. Trailing by 15. No good, and no foul.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Here comes the screen. Swings it. 4-3 is good.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Domantas Sabonis with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
LeVert, guarded by Morris. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Knocked loose. And throws it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Lets it fly from long range. He's got it for 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So we call that being shot ready.
Knocked loose. Fires the 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Josh Richardson swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Cruises inside for 2.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Pistons have it. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Defense making the ball carrier work. Miles Turner sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
It goes down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Caris LeVert, he's got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. To Reggie Jackson.
Uh-oh, you know you can't go out me out there. What's that screen?
And draws the foul.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First one goes down.
Substitutions, Detroit.
2 for 2 on that trip. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Miles Turner trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. To Griffin. Foul, and a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Luke Kennard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. To Turner. The pass set it all up.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp, and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody was like, whoa, wait a second, what is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is, a big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
Josh Richardson, he's finally on the board, makes his first shot.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Indiana with the basketball. Screen coming. Probing the defense to Turner. Swings it. Five to shoot for Indiana. To Turner. Has a look. Rebound taken down by the Pistons. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 20, Josh Jackson. Stepping in for the Indiana Pacers, number 25.
LeVert against the former MVP. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons, so it's going to stay with Indiana. Screen coming. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Miles Turner with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
He was hacked. They let it go. Josh Jackson to Rose. Pacers secured the rebound. Pistons have the rebound. Trying to cash in. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, When you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Here comes the screen to Turner. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. And the basket good at the rim.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Kennard to Rose. Down low for Griffin. Miles Turner pins it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Richardson. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To Turner. Goes to the left side. Five to shoot for Indiana. Short jumper misses.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Shot from in close, no good. Josh Richardson, he is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. To Luke Kennard.
2 minutes remaining.
Richardson matched up with Warren. Rose to Drummond. The jumper's off the mark. Derrick Rose tips it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Turner. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Pacers come up with it. Slams it down.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
I got ball. I got ball. I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
To Griffin.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Richardson. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 4 for 6.
Old school equals high percentage.
From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Here comes screen. Here comes screen. Here comes screen.
Andre Drummond rejects it. Fourth this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Pacers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers. The Pistons have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons.
Game trap. Bench points.
The Detroit Pistons had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Miles Turner has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Kennard to Rose. Nothing going here on that drive. Rose to Griffin. Slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. Pass stolen by Detroit.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Turner. Andre Drummond. Huge block. Ooh, 5 now.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Almost. And he's not getting the call.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Luke Kennard trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Add one more to his total. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. To Brogdon. Has a chance. Brogdon can't connect.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
And he finishes at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Screen coming. To Turner. Blake Griffin sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Rose into the front court. Trailing by 14. Pacers with the possession. Brogdon. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Shot from the lane won't go. Rose into the front court. 14-point deficit. No good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Warren, guarded by Derrick Rose. To Turner. Andre Drummond, able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range. Here comes the screen. Blake Griffin snatching it out of the air. Jumper's good.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you what I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
It's Detroit's ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender. That's easy money.
Runner here won't go down. At the rim. Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Drummond. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Indiana Pacers, number 24.
To Griffin. Trying to cash in with the step back.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Ah, rocking the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Has a chance, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Pacers control. And scores.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Big finish at the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Rose. Derrick Rose slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Brogdon. There's the toss. Pistons ball here. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Derrick Rose, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. A lot of contact. No whistle. To Rose. Throws it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Right.
Here comes the screen.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. And count the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Kicks it around the perimeter. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
Changes coming from both sides right now. To Jackson. It's Indiana basketball. Takes stock of the floor. Here comes the screen. From long range, off the mark. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Nice pass to set things up.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Lamb, guarded by Josh Jackson. Kicks it outside. Here's a chance from long range, and he burns them.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Reggie Jackson. And the two for Blake Griffin.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here comes the screen. To Brogdon. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down. To Brogdon. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go for Brogdon. Had a hand in his face.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
It's good. That's the guy you want to leave open.
Get it, shoot it again. Number 7,
To Jackson. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Has a look. Oh, straight down the middle for 2. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. Front. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the 4th quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the 4th quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Pistons have it. And scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. The possession in favor of Detroit. Reggie Jackson matched up with Davon Reed. To Rose. Layup goes down. Well done.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Working the outside. That's out. Last touch by Domantas Sabonis. New blood coming in for both sides.
into the game for the Pacers, number 43, Travis LeVert.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
For 3, buries the trifecta.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, Watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
8 seconds. It's going the other way. McDermott, guarded by Morris. Oh, he had it. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Rebound belongs to Indiana. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's Detroit's ball. Easy pass to the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Goes to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive. Not bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Taking advantage of the turnover.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Can't connect from inside. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. To the rim. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Miles Turner with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Kennard to Rose. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Derrick Rose slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner. Andre Drummond swats it. Make that 7.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Josh Richardson looking good. 4 for 5.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Pistons clear the board. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Down to Griffin. Pacers come up with it. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for Detroit, number 20, Josh Jackson.
Reed in a matchup with Jackson. Five to shoot for Indiana. Andre Drummond sends it away. 8 now. 24-second violation. Knocked loose. Richardson matched up with Davon Reed. It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Here comes the screen. Oh, big finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Jose
To Jackson. Cleans it up, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Andre Drummond with the block. 9 blocks. Pistons ball here.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end.
Look out. Josh Jackson slams it down in the follow.
And Ed, now that I'm considered an old guy at 37, I can say this. Nice bounce, young fella.
Jay, youthful exuberance. Hold on to it for dear life. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. That ball, they go right into their shot. We call that. Being shot ready.
To Jackson.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Not getting the bounce. Drummond. Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively,
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Griffin to Rose. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
that's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Tough make through traffic. To Jackson. Griffin, knocked loose. Pacers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Lays it up and in.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Trying to cash in. Calderon, not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Griffin. He was hacked. They let it go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Ah, the monster stuff. Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Substitution being made in this one. Short jumper won't fall. Pass stolen by Detroit. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. This one to the Pacers as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
With the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers came away with the victory in this one. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result.
Game track. Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.
Who was cold?
And here we've got the remaining games. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.